Okay, I'm going to use the same image. And the other question was from Julie again, and she wanted to create those curved borders. And they're really pretty. They can really add some effects, and you can use them either just with solid colors, but you can also use them as templates and replace them with paper. And in that case, the possibilities are endless. For this, you won't have any choice. You'll have to use the pen tool. Yes, I know. You don't like the pen tools. Maybe at one point I'll have to make a vector workshop all with that. So I'm going to start with the pen tool, and I want to use a black as a stroke, and I'm just going to have nothing inside. It just makes it easier to see. I want to draw lines, straight lines. You can probably get with the Bezier, but I don't like it personally. So I find that the straight lines is much easier. You want to connect the segments. You want to show the nodes and create on vector. So all three have to be checked. For the width, it doesn't matter as long as it's not 0. So we can, let's put 5. So you are going to start near the top. You click 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Just kind of a slight zigzag. And then you go toward the edge, and you close here the contour. Well, that's going to give you a kind of a funny shape. Now you change the mode to edit, and this is where you're going to have fun. Here, I'm not sure why, it always seems to have that little star when you start, which means there are two nodes at the same time. Not exactly sure why, but doesn't matter. What you want to do now that you have the edit mode is select the 4. Right now I have 4. You could have more. All the nodes on the side here. So excluding the ones on the very edge. You right click, node type, symmetric. So you can see already there's some kind of a curve. You see this extra one here? If you don't want it, don't hit delete. You right click, edit, and you click merge. So it's going to merge with the adjacent nodes. Otherwise, you'll end up with a hole. So that one on top, you go to node type, you go to Cusp. Cusp means that the handle here is not going to be symmetrical. There should be another one. I guess when I merged. Okay, there it is. So you can see the two little arms. They are working completely independently. They're not in the same line, and they're not the same length and the same angle. You do whatever you want. So that one, I'm going to keep it toward the edge, and this one down. And you can see this one was already symmetrical. I already see that curve. Now you have the bottom one also to take care of, and you want to turn to Cusp also. So node type, Cusp. For some reason, I'm not sure why, you always have to make those nodes either symmetric or asymmetric before making them cusp. Maybe it's because you need to add those arms. I don't know. So you can already see that little curve. And you can adjust now however you want your wave to go. Once you're pretty happy with the overall curve, you get your nodes and go to the edge, completely to the edge. And now you can fill that if you want. You can stretch a little bit, move them out, and you can go in the layers palette now, double click on that shape. You can change now to a fill. So I'll just put black. I'll remove the stroke. And I have a curve. And I can have it as steep or soft as I want. Now, if you want to have more, it's very simple to duplicate. So you right click, duplicate, and now you have those nodes. And I'm just going to zoom out. I'll show you a little trick. You can again use the edit mode. Select those 4 nodes. In this case, it's 4. You could have 5, you could have 6, and you move them like that. So the ones on the edge are going to stay. Now you have a different wave. I'm just going to move it below the other one and change the color to a gray so you can actually see the difference. There. And now, whoops. Now that you are in the edit mode, you can tweak your nodes and you can change and have something slightly different. You can move them a little bit. Adjust those little arms here. And we can repeat the process again. Right click, duplicate, and I'm going to work just on the bottom one with the edit mode, making sure, otherwise it's going to add more. You stretch a little bit, and I'm going to change this to a different gray here. And I can also go to image and flip vertical. You see how I get a different wave again. And you can just use your move tool if you want them to overlap a bit. You can also change the opacity if you want to go see through. You can change the color to anything. And you can get some really nice edges. If you want to create a variety of waves, there is actually a script in the store that will create, if I'm not mistaken, 10 different waves on 10 different layers. So you can just run with 10 and choose through 2, 3, 4 that you like, and you keep them. The other ones you discard. Hey there! I hope you found this information helpful. If you're curious to dive deeper and explore more about PaintShop Pro, we've got a wealth of resources waiting for you in our membership area. There, you'll find in-depth classes, workshops, Q&A sessions, and much more to help you enhance your PaintShop Pro and digital scrapbooking skills. Feel free to check it out. The link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the campus!